Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. The message I heard is she was at the moon. Nah. The scripture comes from Psalm 68. May God arise. May his enemies be scattered. May his foes flee before him. May you blow them away like smoke, a wax melts before the fire. May the wicked perish before God, but may the righteous be glad and rejoice before God. May they be happy and joyful. Sing to God, sing in praise of his name. Extol him who rides on the clouds. Rejoice before him, his name is the Lord. A father to the fatherless, a defender of widows, is God in his holy dwelling. God sets the lonely in families. He leads out the prisoners with singing, but the rebellious live in a sun-scorched land. When you, God, went out before your people, when you marched through the wilderness, the earth shook, the heavens poured down rain before God, the one of Sinai, before God, the God of Israel. You gave abundant showers, O God. You refreshed your weary inheritance. Your people settled in it. And from your bounty, God, you provided for the poor. The Lord announces the word, and the women proclaim it. Are a mighty throng. Kings and armies flee in haste. The women at home divide the plunder. Even while you sleep among the sheep pens, the wings of my dove are feathered in silver. With silver its feathers, with shining gold. When the Almighty scattered the kings in a land, it was like snow falling on Mount Zalman. So here's the message for someone. For someone, you have someone that they look at you and they are constantly filled with anger and hatred. They are constantly filled with envy, and they just feel some kind. They don't like you. They don't like you. And they are trying to come up with all these excuses to make it your fault why they don't like you. When in reality, everybody is not going to like everybody. So they try to say, oh, well, she's on drugs, and oh, well, he's angry and he's aggressive, and oh, well, maybe they have something going on mentally. Something is wrong with them. Oh, well, this is this. And you know, while, you know, see, this is the thing. There are some people that do have problems with drug abuse. And there are some people that do have problems mentally. And there are some people that do have, you know, certain, they're aggressive, and they can be very aggressive, and they are always trying to start fights, and they're always trying to start arguments. But you are not in this category. This is for somebody. You are not in this category. You have not. No physician has sat in before you or has filed any kind of thing saying that you have anything mentally going on. You are not sitting around trying to figure out where you can get some drugs from, and you are not sitting around like you are not on any drugs, and you are not the kind of person where you are sitting around trying to find somebody to fight, somebody to argue with. If you can't argue and you can't fight, you can't sleep peacefully at night. None of these fits your stature. This does not fit you. It's not your portion. And like I said, there are some people that struggle with these things. And I think the saddest thing is that whomever this person is, you know, they are looking down upon you, and they are feeling as though one of these things being wrong with you would give them the permission to treat you as though you are less than them. When in reality, you know, like I said, there are people that have these problems. And it's basically like, this is a situation where this is somebody, they are letting their own character be known. While you don't have these problems. You personally don't have a drug problem. You personally don't have a mental disability. You personally, you're not very aggressive, and you're not always looking for a fight. But they are showing that instead of them trying to be Christ-like, because God tells us and Jesus tells us to love everybody. God tells us and Jesus tells us to help everybody. God tells us and Jesus tells us that we are not supposed to be judgmental towards anybody. God says, thou shalt not judge, or thee will be judged specifically. And this is somebody that is letting the world know that they are judgmental. They are judgmental towards anybody that has ever had a problem with a drug addiction. And they are judgmental towards anybody that has any kind of mental disabilities. And they are judgmental towards anybody that may have some anger issues going on. They are judgmental, and they are the ones that are actually filled with hate. May God arise. May his enemies be scattered. May his foes flee before him. God said they need to come up out his face trying to complain about you. They need to come up out his face trying to complain about you. They trying to pick a problem. They trying to find anything wrong with you. They trying to say you doing this and that you doing that. And this got to be wrong. And that got to be wrong. And God says, well, no, that's not the issue with them. No, she doesn't have a mental disability, no. No, she doesn't have a drug issue, no. No, she doesn't have anger issues, no. And then he says, but wait. So you're telling me if I send you to somebody that has a drug issue, you won't help them? So are you telling me if I send you to somebody that has anger issues, you won't assist them? And you telling me that if I send you to somebody that has a drug problem and they need help because I don't want them to have an overdose and I don't want anything really bad to happen to them and I really want them to turn their life around, you won't help them? That's what they're showing. That's what they're showing. They are really showing their character. They are showing their true feelings. They are showing their true, this is somebody, they are trying to go about and spread all these rumors about you. And they're trying to go about and say all these nasty, mean things about you. But in reality, they are showing their own true character. They are showing their own, that is their portion. They're showing their own portion. God says they will flee by their own. It's going to be their own doing. They will cause their own misery. They're causing their own problems. They think that when they go out into the world and they tell people, they accuse you of all of these things that are not true, that they are making themselves somehow, some way look better than you. But in reality, they are showing their own true demeanor. They are showing how they truly feel. They are showing how much hate they really have in their hearts. And, just like I said, just because, I've had some people say some really ridiculous things to me. Some really ridiculous things, and say some really ridiculous things about me. Like somebody was trying to, I already talked about this. But say person was trying to say, also, do you stay in a shelter because you're always in the same room? No, I don't stay in a shelter. But are you trying to say it's something wrong with people that stay in a shelter? Are you trying to say that it's something wrong with women that have fallen down and they fallen short, something happened? Because it don't matter how perfect your life is, as we see in the story of Job. It don't matter how perfect you are. It don't matter how far you try to do everything right and you try to do everything as right as you possibly. Nobody's perfect, as the last message said. But you try to do everything as close to right as you can. And you can't help but to notice that something may happen. At any given time, something could happen. Something could possibly happen. And I just think how wicked and nasty for somebody to try to come against someone and look down upon them because they are on hard times. And while that's not true for me, that doesn't mean that I'm looking down or I feel some kind of way or I have something against people that live in a shelter. Or I have something against people that are, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't have anything. I don't have a mental disability. No. But simultaneously, I'm not judging anybody that does. No, I don't have a drug problem. But simultaneously, I'm not sitting up here trying to look down on somebody that does have one. If they needed help, I would help them. No, I don't have anger issues. But I would try to walk somebody into a level of calmness so that they can calm down, so that their anger issues won't get them into a place where they don't want to be. God says that this person, they are going around and they're accusing you of this, that, and the third. And they're going around and they're trying to say all these things about you. And they're going around and they're trying to make you out to be this, and they trying to make you out to be that. And they want to say this is going on, and they claim that is going on. They are showing their own colors. And everything that they have said negatively about you will fall upon their own head. Every pit that they have dug for you, they are going to trip and fall in it. And that's the message. And that's the message. And that's the message. And that's the message. God said, no, that's not true about you. No, what they're accusing you of, it's not true. No, what they're trying to say you got going on, that's not what you have going on. But what they are showing is their own true colors. They would prefer to try to make up a rumor about you than to just accept the fact that God has gifted you and anointed you. They would prefer to try to talk down on you and try to make you out to be somebody that you are not, while simultaneously putting down anybody that are battling with these things, instead of just accept the fact that you are who you are. And, it's really sad. Like I said, it's okay. Everybody is not going to like everybody. Everybody is not going to get along. Everybody is not going to be able to hold hands and sing Kumbaya together. It's okay. It's okay. But what's not okay is to go around and lying on people. What's not okay is trying to figure some kind of way that you could possibly get somebody taken away and locked up. Trying to figure out some kind of way that you could discredit someone. Trying to figure out some kind of way that you can put somebody down. What's not okay is putting down people that are actually struggling with these things in the process. That's what's not okay. But God said they are showing their true colors. They're showing their true colors. Just like one thing I realized, sometimes when people are going about and they're doing things like this, and they're going about and they're talking about one person, and they're dragging this person and they trying to put that person down, they don't even realize that they have offended 1,000 in the process. They have offended millions in the process of them trying to drag one person. Of them trying to attack. They're trying to attack one person. But they have, not even realizing it, unintentionally, they have attacked thousands. They have attacked millions. Just like these are things that a lot of people suffer with. And, just because I just feel like it's messed up for someone to, first of all, falsely accuse someone of going through these things, especially when they are really serious situations. And there are people that are really suffering with these things, and they need help. They don't need somebody looking down on them. They don't need somebody talking down on them. They don't need somebody that's trying to make them out and make them feel as though it's something wrong with them because they're going through it. They don't need somebody that's trying to make them feel as though it's something wrong with them. Or like, I just feel like this is somebody, they don't even realize that they are showing their own true colors by coming after you. The hate that you give, that this person, they giving out hate. Instead of them just keeping their mouth shut and leaving you alone. If they don't like you, they don't got to be around you. If they don't like you, they don't got to be best friends with you. God is not calling them to be married to you. God is not calling them to be up under you all the time. God is not calling them, no. They could go on about their business. It's not a requirement. But it's very messed up for them too. While simultaneously they don't like you, they feel some kind of way. Yeah. But they also decide that they want to try to attack you. And they want to make you out to be this. And they want to make you out to be that. They're trying to make you out to be just something that you are not. And God is saying that in the process, they are showing their true character. They showing who they really are. And that's the message. God said, no, that's not your portion. But let's not forget that there are people that are going through that. And there's no reason. Like this person, they are making a joke out of it. And it's not a joke. Because there are thousands of people that deal with mental problems. There are thousands of people that deal with drug problems. There are thousands of people that are homeless right now. There are thousands of people that have problems where they have all these things. Baby, there are so many people in this world, and it's a lot of people that are going through stuff. And it's not right for nobody to sit up high and look down low and feel like they better than somebody else. There, I said it. And that's the message. God said they showing their own true colors while they trying to come down on you and they trying to claim you this, that, and the third. No, you not. They just don't like you. But in the process, they have let so many people know that if they were to come across someone that does have that going on, they wouldn't care to help them. They're letting people know that they would not be kind to them. They are letting people know that they got a problem with them. They're letting people know that instead of them having a charitable heart, they have a hateful heart. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.